Hey guys, Drew Lewis, Del Toro Loan Servicing. Today's topic, fraud in the hard money lending industry. So recently we had a lender who funded a loan through a local broker. The broker drafted docs, closed the transaction, and when the lender opened his closing packet, he found something that could have easily been a $200,000 nightmare. So stick around, we're going to talk a little bit about this particular case, then we'll cover a few tips that you can do when closing a deal that'll make sure that you don't walk away with a $200,000 headache. Hey guys, lately we've been talking a lot about ways to identify and prevent fraud. So in this case, we had a lender who is probably been in the business for 30 plus years. He is a micromanager, to say the least, and he's always 100% involved in all of the aspects of his loans. So in this particular case, he had two loans. One was a purchase of a property, a multi-unit for $750, and he was lending $500. The other one was a purchase of $875 and a loan amount of $600. When he got back his closing statement, he realized that his instructions were, hey, when you hold in your hands X amount of dollars, you can then record my first deed of trust on property A and my first deed of trust on property B. What he realized was, at the last minute, the purchase price of these properties changed from here to here. So in a sense, he's now lending at 100, or in reality, he's lending at 100% loan to purchase. Okay? So in and of itself, not necessarily the scariest thing, but we started sniffing around a little bit, and what we uncovered was that, of course, it's the same borrower on both properties. He was aware of that. It was the same seller on both properties. I think he was aware of that. The same broker, real estate broker, handling the transaction on both properties, double-ending the deals. So now it gets a little more suspicious. So now we're kind of close. It's walking like a duck. It's talking like a duck. We're not really sure exactly. So we dig a little bit deeper. We start looking at the appraisal. And in the appraisal, on this property, he gives X dollars per square foot in value. On this one, he gives 50% more per square foot in value. And on this one, we see one of the comps, he gives a $100,000 appreciation to this property because 2 or 3 of the comps were bought at cash. So kind of explainable, kind of makes sense, but now we've got walks like a duck, talks like a duck, and it's starting to quack. We're not really sure, but at this point, we dig a little bit deeper. We realize there's no leases. When we asked for when the lender asked for the leases, he was told, well, these guys pay cash. So it's kind of a unwritten lease, which doesn't work, right? And then inside the appraisal, there was a big emphasis throughout the appraisal that no inspection, physical inspection of the property was being done. This was all being done as a desktop-ish type product or a drive-by. So along the way, each one of these questions, people are telling the lender, hey, what's the big deal, right? The value is there in the beginning. You're lending the same amount of money, but now we're uncovering some more things that makes it pretty alarming. So when we had the appraisals reviewed, turns out the loans were at about 95% loan to value, right? So now we've got a really stinky, smelly situation that I think is about to lay an egg, right? So fortunately, we have a lender who put things under a microscope. He did his homework. We at least found out quickly what was going on. And because we found out quickly, we got everybody together, and we had a couple really nice letters written to the escrow company for their error, written to the broker for their maybe oversight, and then some kind of shots over the bow to the buyer and seller. It took about 2 weeks, but everybody regurgitated some money and the lender just got paid off. So, moral of the story. This business, this industry is starting to have a lot more inexperienced people entering into it. When you have more and more inexperienced people, you have more room for intentional or even accidental oversights that really can affect your bottom line. In this particular case, the lender caught it. Smart guy. Thumbs up for him. But what about the next guy that these guys go do something like this too? So if you're going to do your own docs or your broker's going to work on docs, definitely review everything before they sign. Confirm things with escrow. Before they disperse funds or before they close, make sure you're getting a final estimated closing statement. The lender did not get one in this situation. He got his final HUD a week or so later. Okay, so those are some things that you can do if you're doing it yourself or your broker's working on it. If you want a neutral set of eyes that's going to watch over everything, that's going to help you look for red flags, help you sniff out ducks along the way, then reach out to us. Either visit our website or give me a call personally, and let's see if our processing, our docs, and our servicing is a way to help you sleep better at night, avoid some of these headaches, because at some point, when you catch this, that 95% loan to value may not be there. Or these guys able to come back and refund that loan and pay the guy off in a week or two may not be there. You don't want to be stuck holding the bag on what could be a $100,000 or $200,000 loss in a situation like this. So, Drew Lewis, Del Toro Loan Servicing. Cheers. One last thing, shameless plug. This month's Originate magazine, August 2017. It's a handsome guy on the cover. That's me. Thanks to Anthony Gerasi and Ruby at Gerasi Law Firm for giving me the cool honor of being the highlighted article this month, and something to send home to mom with a picture of me on it. So thanks, guys. Stick around. We'll be back some more later with some more stories about how you can avoid intentional or accidental mistakes that are going to cost you some money. Cheers.